Going to reiterate the topic. This is about from data to decisions, how PropTech is rewiring real estate strategy. My moderator over here, ladies and gentlemen, for this session carries over 20 plus years of experience and has advised over 40 plus developers, with the largest developer to a startup developer. His focus has been on advising and enabling developers on growth agenda, sales velocity, customer experiences, cost reduction, productivity improvements, and digital transformation. I would like to call upon stage partner and consulting leader, real estate EY Parthenon, Chaitanya Seth. Can we have a big round of applause for Chaitanya Seth, please? Thank you so much. Mr. Seth, if you could kindly join us to moderate this session. Thank you. Welcome. Swagat hai aapka. I would now like to call upon stage our respected esteemed speakers for the session, and I'll be calling them in alphabetical order. My first speaker over here is a veteran advertising creative director with a pedigree of defining major brands like Videocon and Manyavar. But real estate has always been his evergreen love, spread across India's leading real estate developers. If I put it in numbers, 300 plus real estate brands and over 1,000 plus real estate projects. His current passion is to nurture distinct real estate communications where brands and not just projects stand out. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Founder and Creative Director, ABC Brand Advisory. Give it up for Mr. Amit Baid, please. Thank you so much. Itna sannata kyun hai Mumbai? Come on, everybody, you can clap a lot louder to make things a little more cooler. Thank you. My next speaker over here drives AI-powered innovation across real estate valuation, transaction intelligence, and customer engagement platforms. With expertise in predictive modeling, geospatial analytics, and recommendation engines, he transforms complex property data into actionable insights for developers, financial institutions, and investors. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Head, Data Science and Analytics, Square Yards. Give it up for Aniruddha Khopade. Thank you so much. I hope I got the pronunciation right. Thank you. My next speaker over here, ladies and gentlemen, is a seasoned Salesforce and business consulting leader, driving strategic consulting, solution excellence, and customer success at Manras Technologies. With extensive experience in CRM transformation and enterprise-grade digital initiatives, she plays a pivotal role in helping clients adopt technology in ways that unlock meaningful business outcomes and long-term value. As head of consulting, she's responsible for shaping Manras consulting vision, leading cross-functional teams, and ensuring seamless delivery of high-impact solutions across industries, with a special emphasis on real estate and customer-centric automation. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Head of Consulting, Manras Technologies, Aarti Saxena. Can we please have Aarti Saxena ji over here on stage? Thank you so much. Pleasure to have you, Ms. Saxena. My next speaker over here leads a next-generation construction technology platform that enables smarter, data-driven project management and execution, combines technical expertise with strategic leadership to drive digital transformation in the built environment. He's been recognized as the Emerging Achiever 2025 and the Young Achiever 2023 by AIF for his contributions to technology-led innovation in construction. And under his leadership, Collab Tools works with some of India's largest real estate and construction companies, delivering AI-powered solutions that enhance transparency, efficiency, and most importantly, result-oriented project outcomes. Give it up for the founder and CEO of Collab Tools, Nazim Siddiqui. Can we please have Mr. Siddiqui over here on stage? Thank you so much. There he comes. My next speaker over here, ladies and gentlemen, drives business operations, digital security, and enterprise transformation, and has successfully led major digital transformation projects. His expertise includes integrating platforms like Salesforce, I beg your pardon, SAP C4C, and SAP SuccessFactors, along with robotic process automation to enhance operational efficiency. An absolute strategic leader in the end-to-end implementations, he consistently delivers innovative solutions that enhance customer and employee experiences while ensuring robust cybersecurity frameworks. Of course, the head of IT and digital, Panchsheel Realty. Give it up for Raj Kumar Sharma. Can we please have Mr. Sharma over here on stage? Thank you. There he comes, Sharma ji. Thank you. What a stellar panel. Thank you so much. Can we all please clap it up and encourage this very, very special panel? Ladies and gentlemen, they have taken time from their busy schedules to be amongst all of us over here to share all their knowledge and wisdom and insights that they have gained over a period of time. The least we can do is clap and appreciate. So on a countdown of 1, 2, and 3, let's put it up for them, please. Thank you. And over to you. The timer is there for your reference. Thank you.
Thanks, Vijit. Good afternoon, everyone. Warm welcome to audience and the panelists. So we are going to talk about how PropTech is rewiring the entire Indian real estate industry. To put things into context, if you look at last decade, this has been a complete seesaw curve for the industry. In the last 1 decade, we have seen customer profile changing. They are becoming younger, demanding experience-led. Lot of policy and frameworks, RERA, GST, putting a lot of pressure on transparency, accountability, which means that my process needs to be far more automated. Single version of truth needs to be there. We have seen actually CIO, CDO gaining more and more respect within the industry. It actually becoming a boardroom agenda. Slow progress, yet to make a mark there, but yes, that's happening. Construction cost is increasing. Pressures on margin is very high, which essentially means that are my site operations in sync and control? Can I control that? So lots and lots have changed. Lots and lots of evolution has happened. The industry has seen a significant growth in the last 5 years. And nothing better than the fact that we have seen a significant increase in the PropTech as well. And that's genuinely reshaping. And I think that's what we'll try and unlock today, uncover today in terms of what distance we have traveled so far, what's the journey ahead, and how probably we can work as an ecosystem to kind of make that happen. And today, I'm glad to see a very cross-functional panel. I have brand marketeer, I have people from developer industry, PropTech, data, everyone put together. So let me start with you, Amit, first. I think I mentioned in my narrative that customers are becoming young and experience-led. They are far more demanding. The last best experience is the minimum experience they expect. So how do you see the customer insights being used today, be it behavioral, transactional, whatever it is, to create a brand level differentiation beyond project level marketing? How do you see that happening?
Hello everyone. The young consumer today, let us understand him. 2, 3 words come to my mind. Greedy, pretty greedy, and obviously tech savvy. And interestingly, not as price sensitive as the previous generation. You offer him something really exciting, he will rationalize his way into buying it, whether or not the perfect reason exists. Now, how does the data and analytics about his behavior, how is it shaping our marketing, our branding? I think one interesting fact is that Meta or Google, a lot of data, a lot of insights that they possess, they apply it for you when you market. But do they share those insights as much, or do they share those interpretations as much? I don't think so. So, in terms of insights, I think we have to go deeper. We are yet to go deeper. The platforms have gone very deep, but as marketeers, how much we know, how much we understand, that can go much deeper. Another point that I would like to mention is lot of understanding, lot of intelligence is in context to project sales. I don't think we are making enough effort towards insights and data which can help us brand a developer. So that is something that is at a very nascent stage, and that will eventually happen, but it isn't happening right now. So these are my thoughts.
So I think very clearly need to get into far more depth and detailing, and it's at nascent stage, which means great opportunity for a lot of marketeers to look at data in far more detail, create insights. And I think you've seen PropTech today, how at each and every step of engagement, interaction with the customer, they are capturing that and that's actually predicting the next best action. So I think probably a huge play and a platform to kind of make that happen. So thanks, Amit, for that. I'll move you to you, Anirudh. You have been championing data science for quite some time, and it amazes in terms of how data sets are becoming far more important. So what in your view has probably taken the most important shape in the last 12 months and you see becoming far more important in the coming years? Is it behavioral? Is it transactional? Is it geospatial? And it'll be good to hear any anecdote or any story where you have seen that probably data corrected a human intuition and said, boss, you were wrong, intuition was wrong, this is what data is saying. So if you can throw some light around that, that'll be really helpful.
So, hi guys. So, one thing right now, as we are talking about the real estate sector, this is the most costliest product which could be sold to any B2C customer. Irrespective means right now, as we speak, it might be the largest contributor to our GDP. And even if we are, let's say Mumbai, even if we are selling a 1 BHK once here,
Biggest check of the life.
ऐसे ही हो जाएगा. Plus, the complexities of this selling real estate is the shelf life to conversion from your lead to conversion is too high. Average the 7-8 months it takes. That's what our data looks like. Therefore, engaging that customer and keeping him engaged for this entire tenure becomes a challenge for us. And that's how exactly the data at our ends are also playing a role. It's not that you nudging a customer key things are coming up, but the moment you start talking more scientifically or data driven, then the customers become, as you were mentioning, key, the newer customers are much more, you can say, aware of what's happening in the micro market and all the prices. So the moment the sales guy is talking, ki, sir, okay, the micro market, the prices are increasing and so, the inventories are there. When he talks numbers, the customer becomes much more convinced about it. You're not selling any TV or anything, or mobile. Some dream, and you can say, unfortunately, something, he gets entangled for the next 10 years paying that loan. So the commodity, what he's selling, needs, the customer does lot of research. And the same way, the digital footprints are casted a lot, you can say, across all the platforms and these things. And we as a players, we definitely, we look forward for this data. Means there are various data sets like consumer behavior, digital footprints, or the transactional data, various data sets. We definitely have to triangulate across these data sets to come up, okay, what that customer is really going to buy, what has to be pitched. Should I pitch 1 BHK, 2 BHK with balcony? Many things are there. Means the stories, means how we analyze the data, key, how the demand signals on our websites are coming up. What are the highest keywords getting searched? So whenever we are selling some analytics to any developer or any players in the market, yeah, this micro market, people are trying to search more 2 BHK jodis or 3 BHK with balconies. Such analytics, when it gets triangulated with the real transactional data, we are able to, that's how our models are getting actually used. We are able to stitch the stories and the use cases, various analytics, the community analytics, or you can say in and around, you can say the locality analytics, geospatial data, as you mentioned. Mapping this entire data on a geospatial data, you can say the government geospatial, that's what the challenges is happening right now. And that's what somehow we have cracked it. If you see, let's say just take the example of Andheri East. You know, what might have this, whatever we are talking about is more of a postal addresses. But if you open up an index to, it might be Gundavli village, something like this. And that's where actually the geospatial data from the government democratic data sets, what we are trying to map with the other digital footprints. And that's where the analytics are moving. So you drop it lat long or pin, you should be able to tell what can be the market analysis, what can be the predictive, okay, what are the cadastral reports, or you can survey plans, or how the metros are going to influence. And this such things, when it's percolated, it's not just only the dashboards, but the moment this entire knowledge is democratized to nearly at the end level RM, then it becomes a really value add. Or else it's a very sexy, you can say, looking graphs and the pie charts. But it needs to be democratized not only to the you can say RM or salesperson, but to the B2C customer also. He's taking a much more informed decisions, what I can say. So yes, data is playing a vital role. We being in one of the, you can say, most important sector, real estate, it has to be much more scientific in it. That's what I can.
I think great point. I think one thing which I'll take away is it's not one data set. It's a triangulation of data set which gives you an immense value. You have to kind of triangulate the data coming across. And again, very important point you touched upon is the data has to be democratized not only to the RM but even the customer. And that's the true game today. It's an information asymmetry. Today, when I visit the site, I know everything about the micro market, the inventory, the developers around, the competition, the rate trends, and you don't know anything about me as a customer. I think so. That's interesting. So I think it's evolving, is what you said, and I'm sure that's the writing on the wall also. So yeah, great. Coming to you, Aarti, I think so. CRM has been a big story, at least in the last 3 to 5 years. COVID has accelerated not only sales but a positive view around technology in terms of what it can do. And I've seen a lot of implementations, re-implementations, upgrades happening. So what, in your opinion, has been the most underutilized data process in the CRM layer, which probably is failing to achieve its genuine outcome of customer insights and product decision making?
Hey everyone. So I think Chaitanya, you partly answered this question in the previous context. The two gentlemen here said that part of the equation is to understand how the customers are reaching out, what they really need. The other part of the equation is what, as an end user, I want. Where are my feedback going, right? So while we are driving, and it happens to be largely transaction-driven industry still, right? If we are not able to understand what my customer is really looking forward to, I probably am failing in understanding the industry trends, what kind of expectation my customer is coming with, whether I can convert this customer into a second-time customer or not, whether he will be an ambassador for me in the market. So I think a very underutilized data point is what is my customer emotions about me or my product. Because once we start tapping in that information, it will become really important and it will really help me in deciding the next product mix that I want to come up with. Ensuring what kind of marketing initiatives I really need to plan, what is the segmentation, the customer segmentation that I want to tap in. And again, of course, from lead to possession and everything becomes very seamless because I'm trying to bring customer at the center of my product mix. So that, I believe, is something that we still need to work on. The customer emotion, the customer response to the product that I'm launching.
A great point. I think while customer makes a lot of engagement with the brand, be it a site visit or be it online, if we are able to understand customer emotion, sentiment around that, which I think a few of the PropTech companies are trying in bits and pieces, I think that can unlock a lot of value. And I think what you rightly said is, it's not only in terms of making them a brand ambassador or something, but you also hinted on the fact that it can also help in terms of product shaping. So my next product design can be far more effective. So I think great point. So customer emotion, customer sentiment is what you talk about. Coming to you, Raj, I think moving from a system integrator to a developer, since you have been on both the sides of the table, we always talk about single version of truth, data not being there, ye CRM mein hai, ye ERP mein hai. The data reliability, integrity, accountability is one big challenge. How, in your experience, you believe that can be solved in at least a multi-environment which have at least an ERP, CRM, and some apps around that to make it happen?
Sure, Chaitanya. So I will take this with the example of my own journey, because As you said, I was the part of the both the side now, and I can understand the mindset of the implementation partner as well, and their execution strategies, including the client strategies and mindset of having the accurate data and clean and reliable data for their organization perspective as well. So when I was a partner, so my focus and my target is one: when I can complete my project, my deadlines shouldn't, I should meet my deadlines. And during the project completion, the data collection, data upload, cleansing activities, all are the part of the phase. It's not a accurate data ही आना चाहिए, because for me it is a completion of my milestone, okay, and definitely it's just a part of the mindset. So we work towards to achieve that milestone. And when I joined Punchhill, we defined the clear strategy. We defined the clear strategy for how we can get the clean data. Definitely, it's not only about the clean data. Before getting the data, how we can govern and how we can ensure the accuracy after the implementation as well. So I will divide in these two parts. One is while designing the system itself, we are ensuring the integrated ecosystem should be there. For each and single process, there should be one source of truth. People should avoid duplicate activities in the multiple systems. So we ensured each and every steps, field mappings, and the data process should be captured in the blueprints, and it should be aligned with the business stakeholders. Second, from the go live perspective, before go live, we aligned the business stakeholders to discuss, to conduct the multiple workshops, to get the alignment of the not only the core team members, instead to getting the alignment from the business stakeholder as well. So this is the one part, because it's not only to conducting the workshop, but conducting the workshop on the right time. If you execute your workshops as per the defined milestones, then definitely it is a too delay. So my perspective is for the Punchhill, what we have defined is during the baseline configuration itself, we started the discussion of the workshops on the cutover so that people can be aware the importance of the data. Second, after implementation, the accuracy, to maintain the accuracy and to maintain the team confidence, they should have to perform that data in the system itself. We defined adoption journey dashboards. Second one is the CXO dashboards, so that we can ensure team is performing their transactions within the TAD defined, within the process what we have defined. Second, we also ensuring the senior management should take the regular reviews only on the real-time data, real-time dashboards, what we have prepared for them. So these are the two parts and the whole journey, how we are managing to give the confidence to the management, like each and every implementation, we can manage with the accurate data.
So I think nothing beats data accuracy. So 2 points which you talked about. One is the right enterprise architecture, so there's no duplication between the two data sources. And secondly is adoption and governance, not only the implementation, but even post-implementation is what you hinted. So I think very fair, Raj. I think when we talk about data, Nazim, I think probably you will be the best to kind of answer. Data coming from the site, HOSO to Ferbi data, slightly easier. How, in your experience, what percentage of data you have seen coming from site when it is presented to the leadership is ready for decision making?
Depends on what data you present to the leadership.
Sorry?
It depends on what data you. It depends on what data you present to the leadership. If the data is coming from WhatsApp messages, it will show a different picture. If it's coming from an ERP solution linked to a Power BI, it will show a different picture. But if you call someone on the site and ask him what's happening on the site, it will show a completely different picture. So Rajkumar rightly mentioned that there should be single source of truth. I think there is very little credibility of what the data that is coming from the site if it is not properly captured, if the capturing mechanism is not structured. Also, interestingly, we've been having the discussion of PropTech for almost a decade now. And somehow most of the discussion have been limited to customer experience, CRM, pre-sales, sales experience. A very little importance or has been given to construction technology, where most of the capital is deployed, where risk actually materializes, and where physical value is created. Which is where there is an entire journey of pre-construction, construction. There are labor involved, material involved. Your cash flows are impacted. Your collections are impacted because of what's happening on the ground. So before we discuss about data to decision, we should first make sure that the data is there, because there is a lot of data. I mean, we have ample of data about construction site, about what's happening on the ground and all of that, but it is scattered. Because there are multiple teams working on the ground, and in the office team, you have tendering team, procurement, you have contractors, you have suppliers, you have design, external consultant. Everyone is maintaining their own dashboard, maintaining their own tracker, and the data is scattered and they do not talk to each other. So, structuring the data, getting the data on the right time, and having that sort of confidence on the data is very, you have very less confidence. So, coming to your original question, that what confidence, do we have on the data that we have? Personally, if I say I have zero confidence, and if I am the one who is monitoring the data and taking decision on top of that, because at the end of the day, I want to be sure that the data, I mean the information that I'm getting is accurate, is real time. I would not be interested in reviewing something that happened 3 months back in a quarterly review. So I don't think any data is relevant for making critical decisions.
So one, the data has to be relevant, has to be here and now data, not a quarter past data. And I can feel the pain when Nazim talks about the fact that people talk about the revenue side of the story, but I think that's the complete potential. And in my narrative also talked about today, construction cost is significantly rising. Margins and prices are not appreciating at the level which the cost is rising. So you have the strong play to kind of make that happen. And I think probably a lot of education, I think probably cover the next round of discussion with you in terms of how probably we can make it democratize and make it happen. But a great point, Nazim. I think moving to you, Amit, I think we talked about data a lot. And another thing about this industry is also trust doesn't come easy. I'm selling when the excavation is happening. And you need to kind of build trust with the customer. How do you think the creative strategy backed with data, any technology you think can help build more trust in the campaigns and the brand building? If you can throw some light on that.
When was the last time we heard that a builder has conceived a project based on data from the potential buyer? So I think trust is something that is going to happen when we are deeply focused and we are deeply listening to the consumer and responding to that. While everybody is aspiring for trust, while every developer is claiming trust, are we listening enough? Do we have data, and do we have usable data which we can refer and which we can use to conceive projects and make every possible decision? I think that is yet to happen, and when that happens, it is going to impact the buyer-developer relationship in a big way, and trust is going to come just naturally from that.
Okay, so I think same point I think Atul was mentioning in terms of data, understanding the customer, and then making a product also, that also signifies that a lot. Okay, understood. Anuruddh, coming to you, I think, how do you think AI is actually shaping the entire value chain, be it transaction, be it collection, be it building what you're building, customer, sales, and the forecastings of that? So how do you think AI is shaping largely forecasting across the value chain? If you can give any couple of examples in the entire value chain and talk about will be really helpful.
See, okay, I'll take a few examples of ours own actually. So, square yards is means the day the customer decides, okay, I want to purchase any flat or apartment or any property. We definitely helps him in the discovery, search and discovery. We help him in the site visits. We have a different vertical which is helping in the, you can say, facilitating the loans. We have the moment its possessions are nearing, we are helping with the interiors. If he's an investor, we are helping through a property management key to put it on the rent or everything. So we are touch basing every requirement of a customer, B2C customer, related to the gamut of real estate or properties. What happens, how AI, as you mentioned, how AI. So this one customer is fueling all our verticals at a different touch points or different times. For us, that one customer is very, very expensive. And you rightly mentioned trust. Trust is a very expensive thing to achieve. We have to maintain ki it's not one-time sell that flat. Yes, definitely means he's not a returning customer. He might not come after 1 year, 2 year to back to us. But we have to keep selling very different things every now and then to that same customers. The decision makers or the home buyers are quite limited. It's very, very small pool. So how AI, see right now AI models, the LLMs, whatever, it hallucinates. It means, let's say, a spoiled brat, a boy of its own, ki after certain prompt engineering, he's on his own. So the chat bots or many different tools we definitely use at our ends where actually helps us to engage with our customers on a various different chatbot touch points. But definitely this AI has to be fueled with the appropriate data. You can't rely on the open source, open LLM models to decide. No, it has to be fueled and backed and trained on the right set of data or more authenticated data. How we also, we definitely, we have been collecting the repositorying the entire transactional data. Even even the authenticated transactions has been done, you can't use that same data for deriving the right price of that sellable price of any property. The X components and everything is there. So one single data sets or AI models cannot suffice. See again, in this real estate sector, as I was just listening to the earlier panel, you cannot remove the human intelligence from it. It will always, all the AI tools are just to facilitate or enable that human interaction. That site visit in the real estate sector of ours is most important. Unless until he doesn't visit and sees what the flat or apartment or that land or property is there, he will not purchase it. You see all the VR tools and these things or the digital twin technologies which have been used. It's just to give a comfort to that customer. Okay, whatever you're buying, that's the best decision what you're doing it, and you're helping to visualize. It's a barren land, even the sample flats, it's a barren land, whatever you're buying, it's the best thing is going to happen on. So AI models in our firm and even in the sector are right now getting used to enhance the customer engagement, or you can say the experience, the wow, the comfort, and the trust to buy that purchase. See, I'll be honest, means we have been in this industry and I've been building the recommendation engines and many of the things. You know, what used to happen means many of the times they're sharing a funny experiences. Customer used to see on the website the digital footprints is 2 BHK with so and so budget. Our recommendation engine used to give a wow, these are the sets of projects you have to visit and select of it. When the site you visit used to happen, our RM used to sell something different only. So the data and the actuals are very much different. So I'll be honest, yes, all the models and everything which is coming up as an output, somehow right now at this stage, even availability of very transparent data, or you can say across triangulating various different sets of that data also, we are still in a state where actually we more rely on the human networks, the channel partner networks to complete that human touch impact. Even the customers, whenever they're seeing all the inventory details and when RERA, all the data are flowing through various channels to showcase what's happening, then too, that trust factor of that customer into the RM or who is selling at point of sale is very, very important. That I can say actually.
So I think you seem to be pointing towards the fact that there's a lot of distance to travel on the data front. And currently we are more dependent on the human network to kind of understand and make that happen. But I think interesting point you talked about in terms of customer experience and driving more value out of it. Aarti, I'll come to you. I think, I believe that when we talk to our customers, we talk about customer lifetime value. Gone are the days that wo ek hi purchase karega. Referral loyalty has become an extremely important thing. Suddenly, it's also a fact that is customer satisfaction score or a net promoter score, absolutely non-existent maybe 5 years back, are suddenly becoming important. Are you finding any tech solutions, AI enablers, which are actually helping catalyzing this? And do you think it is working right now? Any success stories you can talk about?
Story to hai. So basically, last year I met one of the CCSOs of one of our customers, and he called me in his chamber and he said कि आरती AI में क्या कर सकते हो, right? मुझे use cases बताओ. So I told them कि सर आप मुझसे AI मत पूछो, आप मुझे problem statement दो, मैं आपको उसका solution दूंगी कि आपको वो automation चल जाएगा और you really need AI to resolve it. We had a discussion, then I came out, there was backend support team sitting in the CRM flow, and they were like, सब कुछ तो आपका AI कर देगा, तो मेरे को क्यों रखोगे आप नौकरी पे? So I think while it is imperative to understand कि customer NPS score किस तरह से impact हो रहा है, it is also very important to know the internal alignment of a business with respect to AI. Right? While the promoters, the builders are thinking they really want to participate in this race of AI implementation to be ahead of everyone else, what we are also looking at is, apprehensions from the actual teams working with these builders, understanding where and how AI will really help them. Right? So I read it somewhere that AI could be taken as a game of snake and ladders. Right? While these people who are sitting on the floor, they imagine AI to be snakes, ready to hit them, bring them down, maybe push them out of jobs. I believe that it is actually a ladder for everyone, right? Be it the customer experience, be it your internal, functions, your inside functions. I believe AI is an empowering tool which can really improve your, your efficiency in delivering the right solution to your customers. It can really bring efficiency in customer service module, right? One thing that I really see happening for sure is how AI is going to bring a lot of improvement in how customer service becomes autonomous, right? And therefore, instead of putting 20, 30 people servicing the same repetitive kind of requests coming in from customers, you will have these autonomous agents servicing, reducing the time to service, bringing your operational costs down, and you will then be able to focus on the skills that are really required to make a deal close, right? Also, when we are making a sale, it is almost 700 to 800 touch points, starting from the product mix alignment, your construction sites, your people who are working on lead qualification, your site visit exploration and everything. I think there are a lot of places where AI can play a role, or a PropTech solution can really bring the right insights, to the business or the promoters. However, it is also imperative to know that technology can do a limited stuff only. So internal alignment, understanding why this technology is being bought and ensuring that your entire team aligns with it, it's equally important.
No, great point. And I'll just share one example. I know a few developers where now Net Promoter Score or CSAT is part of their KRA and not a small percentage, 10 to 25%. That creates mindset change. Behavior is driven by metrics. And second, I think we talked about an example of customer service. Again, it's here and now. You've seen developers as simple as putting a customer app or a platform. Today, all your queries, resolutions which are being there, 40 to 50% can actually get automated through agentic AI. And I think that's here and now, I would say. So I think it's there. I think it's only democratization and how we can take it to the next level. So great. Thanks, Aarti, for that. Raj, to you, I think we talked about so many innovations, ideas. I think obviously all seem to be at a nascent stage. But as a CIO for you, there are too many choices, too much innovation happening. And in that, you probably get lost. How do you decide? How do you simplify to say so many innovations, great stories? How do you simplify and act onto that?
Absolutely, Chaitanya, and totally agree. There are so many innovations, and innovation is booming. There are the multiple platforms, technologies, tools for a single solutions. And for every week, there is a new vendor, new partner comes and pitches something promises which you feel, yes, this is the solution what we want. But if we select everything, if we will adapt everything, we will end up with fragmented landscape, or the integrated and maintenance cost will be high. To avoid this kind of chaos, we defined clear strategy. We defined clear year-on-year digital roadmap, which is aligned with the business stakeholders. And we are not judging or we are not evaluating the partners only on the product features. We defined the clear parameters. We defined the clear evaluation checklist. So as per the checklist, if I discuss on this, one is the scope, definitely. As per the business requirement, whether the demo tool is able to complete the requirement. Second is what kind of industry experience or business experience my partner will bring for the company. Third one is compliance checklist, security guidelines, audit reports, and the business continuity with that particular tools. Fourth one, we are also looking into that partner, what kind of the future innovation roadmap they have, or the willingness of the partner to innovate the product based on the business requirement. Because this is the critical part where the tech at initial stage, what we have finalized, after 3 years, if you look into it, it is the remain same. So these are the clear checklist parameters and evaluation criteria what we are following to select the right partner, right technologies and tool for our organization.
So well-defined strategy and checklist is what is helping you today. Okay, great. Nazim, coming to you, I think it'll be good to hear from your experience in terms of how your PropTech or technology solution, we talked about construction, and that probably, as you said, is probably not being adopted as much. How do you see in the entire PropTech stack construction delivery fitting in and aiding in terms of timelines completion or budget adherence and so on and so forth? So you can just give some.
Yeah. So see, in terms of aligning construction tech with the entire PropTech stack is very important, and it's core part of the entire strategy. A developer cannot be digitally advanced in one area and very under advanced in managing the core business, which is delivering the right product and right quality on time. So with that, it's very important, and it's part of the entire stack. It should be taken up on priority. Coming to your next question, sorry, I missed your.
No, I'm just saying that how do you see your solutions or PropTech solutions in general are aiding the construction delivery to help deliver projects within time, within budget?
Okay. So one of the biggest challenge that we, that the problem statement that we started with, we identified that there are many solutions in the construction tech space. It's not that it is underutilized, but then there are many solutions. But all of these solutions are, they're catering to one specific pain point. So if you want to manage your entire construction ecosystem, your real estate delivery, so you end up using 10, 15 different solutions alongside your WhatsApp groups, your emails, and some other ERP solution. So this was one of the major pain point which we wanted to address. So we wanted to come up with a solution that has everything, one-stop solution that can help you manage your timeline, your quality delivery, your safety, your procurement strategy, your pre-construction planning, your design. So everyone comes on the same page. Rajkumar mentioned once that that there should be single source of truth. So single source of truth should have a single source of reporting, single source of mechanism to capture data. So that was one thing. So in terms of timeline, you mentioned timeline. Schedule of a project is very important. All right. Now, to be very honest, most of the schedule that is prepared for the project are for namesake, for complying, developers' requirement or some investor requirement that there should be a schedule, but it is not properly judiciously followed on the side. We have tried to make it very user-friendly, very relevant, and very interactive. So, for example, all the departments are interlinked to each other, right? So, if something goes wrong in your contracts team, right, you were supposed to give out your contract by end of next month, but there is a delay in tender drawing, or there is some delay with respect to negotiation, that will impact your your work order, and then eventually mobilization of the contractor and start of your construction activity, which will further impact your delivery of the product and final handover of the customer. So we have tried to bring on board everyone aligned with the schedule, aligned with their delivery. So someone, an external consultant, if he's supposed to, release a drawing by next week, he will get to see that if I don't release the drawing, the client project will be delayed by next 15 days. So that's the, common data environment that we have tried to establish, and the structured data and the ecosystem that we have built around the schedule, is helping our developer and helping our client to, really, use the data and derive decision on top of that.
So living up to your name, brand name Collab, I think collaborating not only
That's
internally
what
but
it
with the
is.
ecosystem. So great, yeah. And I think that's the future, because unless you have all the stakeholders on a single platform, you'll never get a single version of truth. Okay, probably I think, so final points, I think Amit, we talked about industry or developers becoming far more data driven and technology driven. Will it impact their brand in any way?
Brand value is equal to consumer connect. So if you are able to connect better with the buyer, with all the data that you have, which you should be able to, it is definitely going to impact branding in a big way. And the ones that can do this well are going to stand out and are going to reap some benefits, for sure.
So you clearly say that who will follow this will have a stronger brand recall back in the market. Okay, great. Anirudh, what governance checklist developers should follow actually for data quality and reliability?
So, data quality. Okay. So
That was the biggest pain you mentioned, right? So yeah.
you see, this is a word which will always test you at every point of. You will never be able to rest in that. Okay, my data quality has reached the peak. It will always demand, or you can say it will always challenge you at every point of view. It's not only this developer or this real estate as a sector, at every sector, it is going to keep challenged. And it will always attend the newer limits or standards of its own. So, checking the quality, or you can say, as I was mentioning, the data is, data is going to, is flowing from everywhere. First it was more of a bucketing, nice to have, must to have. Now that's not the game. Every data is, you can say, is not today, but tomorrow it is going to be useful. And it has become a new oil. So no one say that purging and the data and these things is gone are the days. So the quality of the data has always to be keep enriching, keep structuring and such things. Data is flowing from different types of these things. So it's not only developers or any company, any firm who stands as a repository of data, and which can be anything, even a list of customer consumer behavior data, how it is secured or how it is governed. Now the new laws are coming up. This is to secure the personal data of the customers, not, you can say, abusing it. That's what I can say. So definitely the governance has to be brought on it.
So I think governance is the key answer. And probably I don't know whether a role should be carved out, which is far full-time role, because data seems to be coming from everywhere. That's the call to the developer. One is MIS role, which people have been talking about, but as a data governance role has to become a key if that's the way. Adi, while you've been doing so many implementations around, right, what are the early indicators where you see that probably the program is derailing? It's an early warning signal.
So I think 2 pointers to take away. The first one is if your personals are not participating, that's a big red flag. See, builders or the promoters can give you the tech, but ensuring that the tech is adopted has to be equally, it's a responsibility for the entire org, right? So ensuring that your business process owners are identified, you understand your stakeholders is very important. The second thing is we may create fancy dashboards, we may have big fancy looking charts, but if the data is not showing on those charts, if your adoption is not coming up to the speed, then definitely it's a red flag.
Understood. Raj, how do you think the organization can be ready for AI adoption from just experimenting to scale up? A quick answer.
Yeah. So let me explain this with our digital transformation journey itself. In our organization, we are not focused. We are focusing and approaching the AI solutions with very structured mindset. Instead of rushing into big AI solutions or big AI projects, we firstly focused on the AI capabilities that comes with the natively as a part of the core capability of the tool. So take an example, recently we have implemented the predictive maintenance for the building operations, where we are capturing the energy anomalies and we are getting the alerts before the device breakdown. Secondly, we started strengthening the digital backbone to have a clean, reliable and governed data. And this journey we started 3 years before. So at this stage, if you ask, we can say that we are ready for the big AI projects, because I can say that completely we have a clean and governed data wherever we have done the implementations, because each and every activity, the main focus was getting the governed data from the legacy systems.
So clearly, I think well-oiled strategy backed by a business case is what you're saying. Nazim, coming to you, maybe the last question, I think. So what do you think for the construction, we said it's less adopted. What do you think in the mindset or something needs to change a developer? Is it training? Is it on-ground training? Is it the contractor training? What do you think can be a magic sauce for this piece of construction delivery to become a mainstream?
I think the most important piece is bringing any digital tool that these companies are trying to implement into the day-to-day operations. So if you are a team member who is supposed to update something on XYZ platform, and it does not impact your day-to-day operations, it does not impact your procurement, does not impact your billing, it does not impact any way, it should be part of your core responsibility. That is something, and the most important part is the promoter's mindset. If the promoter is rigid on, I want to be digital first, I want to be ahead in using AI or whatever digital transformation. If the mindset comes from the top, it's a top down approach. Then I think it can be successful.
So it's driven from the top. Okay, understood. So maybe last one word answer from each one of you. That will close. I'll start from Anirudh. By 2030, next 5 years, what is one PropTech thing which you think will be the most active or most talked about?
So any PropTech, you can say any technology.
Yeah, will become mainstream by 2030.
So you can say which is actually bringing the customer experience to the next level.
Customer experience. Nazim.
I would like to say collab tools, but anything, but anything that is making making the job easier for the people who are actually trying to build something, who are actually trying to sell the product. So anything. So AI first solutions.
Simplification. Okay. Aarti, you?
I think it would be a customer onboarding, like 100% digital
onboarding.
customer onboarding, KYC, automations, your digital signing and everything.
Okay.
Consumer insights, strong consumer insights which are actionable. I think that can be a big game changer.
Okay. Raj?
There are the many tools, but if I have to choose one, then digital twin and predictive maintenance for all the building operations, which help all the developers to monitor real-time assets and their real-time operations
So
status.
digital twin for you. Thank you very much. I think Suvajit is very much there. Time is up. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, please clap and appreciate their wonderful insights. I'll request all of you to remain on stage. मैं बुलाना चाहूँगा stage पे Mr. Rohit Kedia, founder of Prographer and ArcVI, to kindly please come up on stage and give the token of appreciation to our esteemed speakers over here. A big round of applause once again for Mr. Kedia as well. A big support always when it comes to Realty Plus. Can we all clap it up for Mr. Kedia as well as he makes his way to the stage? Thank you. We'll do one group photo together after all the giveaways are done. Can you all kindly come forward for the group photograph, please, if I may request? Thank you. A little closer. What do they say in childhood? Say cheese, right? Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you so much to all of you.